Hey everybody. Now, in the past, I've done a number of videos on the mental game concept of detachment. Very important concept. Detachment means being emotionally detached from the market. It also, in a way, means being emotionally detached from your own trading. You have to execute almost mechanically according to your strategy and the fundamentals and your analysis, but you can't be emotionally attached to your trading. Now, this was one of the hardest mental game concepts for me to learn, detachment. It probably was the cause of more losses in my trading career than anything else. I explained in the past, I was always a very good analyst. I'd see things setting up in the market and I'd get ready to take the trade and I'd put that trade on and almost immediately it would go in my favor. And then I would jump out with a small profit only to see the market continue on in the direction that I was positioned. And then I'd get really angry with myself and frustrated and I'd jump back in. And of course, what happened then, the market would correct back and I would jump out and take a loss, and then it would turn back the other way, and I would jump back in, and on and on. I'd end up chopping myself up and losing back everything that I made and then some. So it was a very, very frustrating thing until I started to understand the concept of detachment, which is you made a profit. There's always going to be times when we're going to leave money on the table. We are not in the business of trying to be clairvoyant, of reading the future. We try to do the best we can and put probability on our side whenever we enter into a trade. So we gather, the information that we need. We have the proper MMT understanding. Hopefully, we have the right mental game. But there's always going to be times when you maybe jump out too soon. Now, what should you do in a situation like that? Number one, you don't jump back in. Even if you jump back in and it would have been the right decision, that teaches you the wrong thing. Okay? What you need to learn, the lesson you need to learn from this situation is that it's okay to take a profit. Number one, that's what our goal is. Our goal to trade is to trade profitably and earn money and build wealth. It is not, the goal is not to be fortune readers of the future. All right? You get a profit, especially in a situation that maybe you were a little bit unsure of because your analysis did not give you perhaps a very, very clear picture, or there was some conflicting information in that analysis. You got out with a profit. I mean, profits add up. If you never take losses, I don't care how small the profits are, you're going to be very, very happy at the end of some period of time. So you never beat yourself up for leaving money on the table. That just sends the wrong signal to your brain. You're punishing yourself for success. And your brain is like, why are you punishing me for success? It's like whipping a dog for doing nothing. I mean, every time you walk over to that dog, it's going to be, tail between the legs, shaking, hunkering down. You want to do that to yourself? That does not instill confidence. It does not instill an attitude of success and invincibility. And you want to operate in these markets with 100% confidence and success. If you make this game to be a game about predicting the future as opposed to a game about making money, think about it. That's a huge distinction. It's another one of these things where I say trading will expose you. I had a guy, who sent me an email, and some of you might be in this situation. If you are feeling frustrated or angry because you got out of a position too soon and you left money on the table, you have a big problem. You need to go and work on your detachment. You need to go and work on your mental game. We are in the business of trading profitably. We don't say we're in the business of trading profitably and every profit has to be the maximum profit we can possibly extract from every position, because you don't know what that is. Nobody knows what that is. Are you in the game to be a clairvoyant? to be a fortune teller, or are you in the game to make money? That's the difference. It always comes down to that. You got to ask yourself that. And most of you, you're not honest with yourself. You can't face yourselves honestly. Because if you did, 99% of you would just stop trying to be traders, because you would tell yourself honestly, I want to be a fortune teller, or I want the action. For those of you who can say honestly, I want the profits, then you will do what is necessary to get the profits, and you will think in a fashion that is consistent with making profits. And if you take profits, no matter how small, you don't beat yourself up for that. And you don't say, I shoulda, woulda, coulda stayed in a position. You took a profit. You congratulate yourself for that. If there was something in the analysis that you failed to, not even that, if there was something in your behavior that caused you to maybe not behave correctly, to not make more of a profit, that's a mental game error. And you could, at least objectively, without being overly harsh or critical, say to yourself, I'll work on that next time. But pat yourself on the back. You took a profit. So many of you, you got to ask yourself, maybe every single day, maybe 3 or 4 times a day, why am I doing this? Am I doing this for the action? Am I doing this to show my friends and colleagues what a great fortune teller I am, because I can predict where the market goes? Or am I doing this to make money? There's a huge difference in all those things. You got to know what you really want. And most of you don't want to make money, I guarantee you, because I see some of the comments. I see a lot of the comments. If you want to make money, then you never criticize yourself when you make money. What is that all about? That gives conflicting messages to your brain. Oh, brain, I want to make money and be a trader. I made money. You idiot, you jerk. What did you just do? Think about it. It's ridiculous. So when you leave money on the table, but you traded profitably, you never, ever beat yourself up. You got that?